2012. Who is stepping up for 2012? Dave, come on down.
Dave's not here, man.
So, hi, I'm Festive Holiday Dave. I caught the plague from my father at New Year's, and it's only because I love and respect you all so much that I'm here trying to kill you. We appreciate it. So, sorry, Thanksgiving.
Thank you for sharing, Dave.
Yeah, hang on with it.
I was going to say, if you've had it since, Rosh Hashanah, it's time to...
Behind? I will put our program book in the airlock now. Hi, I'm the largest idiot in Chicago, and we are bidding again for the year 2012.
Babe, I live with you. I think I win.
Helen has a claim to being more stupid than me that I can't dispute. But we are bidding for 2012 in Chicago. We'd like to bring you all to our town and show you a good time. The fandom in Chicago is really getting along, and there's no better way to bust it up than a nice Worldcon. Let's see. We are still in facilities negotiations with several places. We're talking with the Hyatt Regency. We are talking with the Chicago Hilton and Towers downtown on Michigan Avenue. We've talked with the Sheraton across the river from the Hyatt Regency. We've also talked with the Stevens Convention Center out in Rosemont and the hotels attached there to see about a suburban locale. And we have our emergency holographic backup plan in Colorado Springs using all local fans. That's personally my favorite, but we'll see. We do not have firm contracts from anybody going back and forth yet. We have room rate proposals and proposed dates. We went around looking for any dates between the first weekend in August and the holiday weekend, and so far we have 4 suggested locations. 2 of them are currently on the holiday weekend. 2 of them are in earlier August. I believe both are the second week of August. Hopefully that will be something firmer and announceable in the next few months. But right now we have not weeded out anybody yet. We are using the multiple facilities to beat the others down and get the best room rate we can.
Just put them all in one room.
We have, a beautiful, lovely, I think, fan-friendly city. We'd like to bring you all to it. It's hard for me to tell you exactly what's going to be outside the door because I'm not sure where we're at yet. Probably we'll be in downtown, but we might be at Rosemont. Or Colorado Springs. Beyond that, it's hard for me to push and say what we want. I know many of you, I recognize many of the faces from being at Denver, so I believe you've all heard my little economy of the bid spiel, and I don't think I need to go through that again. But just suffice it to say, we're running a bid on what we think is the most economical plan. Really all we're asking anybody for is $20, and we're asking people to donate that out of the goodness of their hearts. We're trying very hard not to promise anybody anything for donating to the bid. We think that's the right way, and we'd like to see if doing it that way can sort of bring stuff a little more in line for the conventions and work out that way. We'll see how it goes. So far it's been relatively positively received. I think that's sort of my presentation at this point. Not having a facility, it's hard to go further.
Any questions?
Questions for you? Start with it.
Have you done away with the pay it all up front?
Have we done away with the pay it all up front? Friends membership?
Yes.
Well, that was sort of our own version, our first screaming argument actually amongst the committee. We settled on a compromise. Initially, I didn't want to have a Friends membership at all, but I was convinced that I was in error, which is rare, and somebody who is a larger idiot than me came up with a compromise that I think works very well. If you give us $100, we'll take it. will take it and will thank you kindly, and we will spend 20 of your dollars on the bid. The other $80 we're going to hold and use that money to buy your converting membership if you participate in the vote. If you don't participate in the vote, we're going to keep your $80 and laugh at you.
It's actually over there.
They're next, but yeah.
This is a general question.
Sure.
How do you feel the extremely stable economy these days affects your negotiation with facilities?
Well, the problem that I'm facing right now is that the hotels really aren't feeling, the facilities I'm talking with aren't feeling the pinch of everything because the events they're dealing with now were all set up before things went south. I kind of wish I were negotiating next year or the year after, but I don't have that luxury. All I know is that the further we go, the better it has to be for me. But beyond that, I can't say.
Exactly.
I think most of us are familiar with the downtown Chicago stuff.
Yes.
The Rosemount area, is that a convention center area where you pay for parking, or is that more like...
It is a convention center area where the biggest lot around is a pay lot. It's cheaper than downtown by a significant chunk.
12 bucks.
Yeah, it's $12 out at Rosemount, whereas downtown, downtown I'm hoping to negotiate below 30. So, there's a significant difference there.
Isn't that what SmuffCon was?
The Chicago SmuffCon was at one of the boutique hotels in the area, but basically that setup right there, that was the Stevens Convention Center. It's had a little bit of a makeover since the SmuffCon was there, but that convention center is monstrously oversized for our needs. We can get a chunk of it that suits us well, including about 50 breakout rooms, and then there are 3,000 sleeping rooms within four blocks. So that's well more than we need. We'd be in a few more facilities there than we would be downtown. We'd probably be in like 4 or 5 facilities.
Over here, please.
Will you be participating in the pass-through fund system?
The committee has not made that decision. I personally am for it, and mostly they're bendable to my will.
Back chance.
Can we talk to you on that?
Back in the back corner there? Yeah.
I was going to ask follow-up about the convention center out in the burbs.
Okay.
Tell us more about the area.
What kind of restaurants are there?
There's a few good restaurants. It's not downtown Chicago. There aren't as many choices if we're out there. If we're out there, the choices within 10 blocks, there's only about 20 restaurants within 10 blocks. So it's a smaller number. It's not like I can tell you, downtown Chicago, 20 blocks, 7,000 restaurants. But there are very high-end restaurants. There's a Gibson Steakhouse right across the street from the convention center, along with, there's at least one franchise of at least 2 or 3 of the good pizza chains that are all out there. So, there's Giordano's, I think there's a Gino's out there now too.
One more question, then let's wrap it up here. I'll let you pick them.
Well,
How many of the rooms are smoke-filled?
how many rooms are smoke-filled? The smoke-filled rooms are all moving to Washington, D.C.
Okay.
Do you have any personal knowledge as to whether Obama reads SF?
Do I have any personal knowledge of whether Obama reads SF?
Yes.
Yes, he's quoted as reading Harry Potter to his daughters, and that qualifies enough for me.
Objection, Your Honor. That's an